Good morning. And I know it's getting Christmas time, and we have that one special wish. If you could only have one wish, be thinking, what would that wish be for? I've got a story today, and you're going to love it. And make sure you share story time with Cindy, with your friends. Very important. This is a great story. And if you have it, go get it so you can follow along. It's the penguin who wants to be different. A Christmas wish. For my AR testers, this is a level 3.0. The penguin who wanted to be different. A Christmas wish. Our title page is The Penguin Who Wanted to Be Different, a Christmas wish. The author is Maria O'Neill, and the illustrator is Jill Newton. Dorothy Penguin followed Uncle Benny up the hill. "Are we there yet?" asked Dorothy, puffing hard. "Almost, Dot," said Uncle Benny, taking Dorothy's hand. They walked on for a few more minutes and then scrambled up the last big mound of snow. They had reached the top of Glacier Hill. "Look at that view, Dot," cried Uncle Benny. "You can see for miles." Dorothy gazed down toward the village. The houses looked tiny, and she could see hundreds of penguins walking around, some playing, some shopping, and some on their way to the park. "What do you think about that, Dottie?" asked Uncle Benny, laughing. "Penguins everywhere as far as the eye can see." Dorothy Penguin frowned. "But we all look the same," she said. The next day, Dorothy wandered into the garden. She was still frowning. "What's the matter?" asked Dorothy's mother, looking up. "Mom, I want to be different," said Dorothy. "I'm just the same as all the other penguins." "And you are different, Dorothy. You're different and special to me," said Dorothy's mother. "Now, have you written your letter to Santa Claus yet?" "Not yet, Mom." But Dorothy stammered. "Why don't you go and see what Uncle Benny is doing?" suggested Dorothy's mom. Dorothy waddled off sadly. "Why can't she be like all the other small penguins?" sighed Dorothy's mom as she went back to work. "Hello, Dottie," said Uncle Benny. "Have you come to help me fix this old sled?" "Uncle Benny, how can I make myself different?" Dorothy asked eagerly. "What a strange question," replied Uncle Benny kindly. "Why would you want to be different when you're lucky enough to be a penguin?" "But Uncle Benny," said Dorothy. "Don't be silly, Dottie," interrupted Uncle Benny. "Now, what are you going to ask Santa to bring you for Christmas?" "I don't know yet," Dorothy mumbled, kicking up the snow. "I'm going out to play. See you later." Dorothy slid off. She liked sliding on the ice. Dorothy's twin friends, Ness and Rory, were playing outside their house. "Hello, Dot," giggled Ness. "Look at our list of presents," said Rory. "We asked for a sled, 2 new scarves, and a Snow Wars computer game." "And here's our letter to Santa," cried Ness excitedly. "Have you written your letter yet?" "Not yet," said Dorothy thoughtfully. "But maybe I should." She borrowed a piece of paper from the twins and began to write very carefully. Here is Dorothy's letter. "Dear Santa, I'm sorry to bother you right now when you're so busy." That's nice. "But I would like a very special present this year. I want to be different." "That would be the best present of all. I know you can do it. Santa, thank you very much. Love, Dorothy. X's and O's. P.S. I've been very good this year. Ask Mom." Good letter, wasn't it? Good letter. She didn't ask for much, did she? But she asked for something really big. Dorothy felt very pleased with herself. She mailed the letter to Santa and skipped off to play. There goes the letter. Got the stamp on it. Hope you've written your letter. Getting close. On Christmas Eve, Dorothy's mother tucked her into bed. "Good night." "Good night, Dorothy. Sleep well." "Good night, Mom," said Dorothy happily. "I can't wait until tomorrow." Dorothy's mother smiled. In the middle of the night, an old man with a bushy white beard and sparkling eyes called to his friends. "It's time, everyone," he said. "We have to start to work. Hurry!" He's getting ready, isn't he, Santa? A small elf whispered into his ear. Telling him something. What do you think they're telling him? "What's that?" asked Santa. "2 elves are in bed with the flu, and one of the reindeer has twisted his ankle." "But it's our busiest night of the year," he sighed. "What shall we do?" Suddenly, he remembered a very special letter that he had stuffed into his pocket earlier. Dorothy was fast asleep and dreaming when she felt a gentle touch on her shoulder. "We need your help," said a voice. "There are so many children to visit and so many presents to deliver." "Of course, I'll help," Dorothy beamed. She was so excited she nearly fell over. Out of all the penguins in the world, Santa has chosen her to help. She goes off with Santa. All night long, Santa, Dorothy, and the elves and the reindeer flew all over the world, delivering presents, until at last they were almost home. This is the last one. Dorothy, he said Santa sleepily. Thanks for all your help. Dorothy carefully put the last present under the village Christmas tree and turned toward home. She quietly climbed back into bed and was asleep in no time at all. The sleigh whizzed away into the darkness. Early on Christmas morning, Uncle Benny arrived. "Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!" he boomed. "Where's Dottie? Come on, let's go." Dorothy, Mom, and Uncle Benny went out to see the big Christmas tree in the village. All the small penguins were squealing with excitement and unwrapping lots of presents. "Look at my wonderful new sled," shrieked Ness. "Look at my new snow goggles," shrieked Rory. There was one very small present left under the tree. "This one's for you, Dottie," said Uncle Benny. "It's from Santa." Dorothy read Santa's note. To Dorothy, a very special penguin. See you next year. Love, Santa. She slowly unwrapped the small present. What do you think she got? What do you think she got? "Is that all you got?" Ness shouted, zooming past. Dorothy proudly put on her new elf hat. "It's just what I wanted," she beamed. Now, at last, although she looked just the same, Dorothy Penguin felt a little bit different. She's got on her Santa hat, her elf hat. Isn't that great? You don't have to get much. But she became a Santa's helper, didn't she? So he said he'd see her next year. How many of you have done something special for Santa and you had to wear a Santa hat or an elf hat? Tell me in the comments. And if you've got an elf hat, go ahead and put it on and shoot me a picture of you. I can't wait to see. What did you ask Santa for? Were you like all the other penguins, just asking for stuff? But she asked to be a little bit different. Did Santa make her wish come true? Tell me about your letter to Santa in Cindy's Corner in the comments. I hope you have a great day. Give somebody a hug and tell them you love them. And share Cindy's Corner with your friends. And hit that subscribe button. Can't do it without you.